Hi, Devin.
What up, Dev?
That bass. Hello, viewers.
You sound like a DJ. Hello, viewers. Which is thank you for joining us right now. Invite you all to the dance floor.
Grab your partner. Join us.
Oh man.
Your favorite song.
My favorite song?
Your favorite song.
My favorite song?
Your favorite song.
Oh. No. I'm working on it. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but I'm working on it.
My favorite was the first one, and it was my son's favorite.
Hello, the Paul Duncan.
The Paul Duncan. Paul, I felt like a lot of plays without Mr. Fuljens doing the comments. I felt like
What's up, Wayne?
it was good that you were in the comments, Paul. Thank you. Wayne, hi. Wayne has questions for us always. It's always good.
For sure. Wayne, great job with your overlays.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Devin. Thank you for the reminder. No, we just made note of it. But I'm definitely going to check that out in probably in a few weeks when it's time to drink up.
Yeah, we only do that when we're together, actually.
Right. Hello, Rocky. Good to see you.
Rocky! Yes.
Yeah, Paul. I don't know. The tune is still there. I didn't like ban it from the Roadcaster, but it's still there, but I ain't playing it. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Hill.
And I'm Fuljens Henry. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Building Blocks.
Yes, where we teach you how to design professional, amazing looking graphics using only Ecamm Live text overlays. And today we are using 3.9, the beta. So if you don't have it, you still have time to download it at ecamm.com/beta.
Or better, depending on your preference.
For you. Yes, Rocky, I love it. I love your enthusiasm. Yes. We're gonna try. So here's what we're gonna do, right? So we're gonna go over the designs that we have created previously, and then we're going to try sprucing it up with the 3.9, the new features. And there's one that we created a while back, and we're trying to do something new, and this is going to be live. We didn't practice it or anything, so it's gonna be great trying it with you all.
Absolutely, absolutely. So without further ado, Ana, do I hate you solo?
Wait, what?
Oh,
where?
really?
Who?
Okay,
I didn't see that. I didn't see the comments.
Slow down, son. Slow down, son.
No, cuz I didn't see the comment though. You see how Fuljens? How many of you were on ENN tonight? See how Fuljens is over here? He's talking, he's cracking jokes and stuff, and in ENN he's all serious and stuff. Yeah, this is the Fuljens.
Different vibes.
This is the Fuljens.
Different vibes. That's what people make fun of me. They call me that's newscaster Fuljens, right?
Right.
No, what? No, it's not. No, it's not. It was a weatherman, right?
The weatherman.
The weatherman, right? Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what are you on Building Blocks?
It's chill. It's chill here.
Chill Fuljens.
It's our
Okay.
channel. It's our channel.
Okay, I see. All right, so you guys, we're gonna try doing something. So first, we're gonna show you the template that we already have designed. Any questions that you have about it, I think some of you have seen it already, but any questions you have about it, please ask on how we designed it and things like that. We're not gonna go over how to actually design it. We're just going to spruce it up with the new text overlays, the features, but and again, it's gonna be live with you guys.
All right. Now, do we go solo on that?
Oh my gosh, yes, Fuljens, do it.
What? What's the
Because it's retrograde, and I'm like, oh, like I hope everything works out.
It will work. It will work out. It will work out. So here we go. I'll join you on this scene if you like.
Yes.
All right, I'll be there. I'll be there in a few. I'm gonna put myself on the shelf like Doc. Wait, but first,
Okay.
but once after you go to the overlay that you're gonna share with us, and demo mode and all that good stuff. So I'm in the background for now.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys. So this is the template that we created. Is inside of Ecamm. All of this that you see here was inside of Ecamm. There's one background though, the blue one. I wanted a little bit of texture, so we brought that in. Other than that, everything is from inside of Ecamm with the text overlays. And these borders here, they're just squares. In 3.9, actually, you can have the corner radius and you can manipulate it however you want to, right? I do think though that for this effect, and Fuljens, you can jump in. Where are you? You said that you were going to come over.
I thought I was gonna join after demo mode, but okay, I'll join here.
No, come in, man. So there we go.
No, that's not it.
You can. There we go.
All
So
right,
so
I
put
gotta make
yourself
myself a Squircle.
Well, I'm talking over that. How about you put yourself on the text over there?
Yeah, but I have to shrink first. I'm too wide. There we go.
Oh, okay. Look at you just trying out the Squircle. Okay, I
There we
like
go.
it. I like it. Yes. So all of this we designed it in for this in Fuljens. Let me know about this one. But for this one, the way we designed it with the corner radius, which is borders, you still won't be able to create this effect. You will have to do it this way.
Right, exactly.
Yes. So what I'm trying to do, right? So with this template, if you guys can see this, let me actually go into demo mode. Okay, wait, let me bring the comments over here because.
And then go to your Ecamm, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
'cause
go to
you're
my
in
Ecamm. Yes.
Infinite universe mode right now.
Let me go to my Ecamm. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, that works.
Can you see my Ecamm now?
And then your beta is just like, no, your Ecamm Live is trying to jump up and down. I realize that.
Wait.
stopped.
Can you see it now? Okay. All right, so we're good. Okay. There we go. I'm going to move it on the other side so that it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back
Awesome,
here. Okay.
awesome.
Perfect. Okay. Great. So at the bottom, if you guys can see this, let me clean my interface. What I want to do, Fuljens, where you at? Oh, I'm not seeing the
You can't
broadcast.
see me
Okay,
right here.
gotcha. But you're there. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, you see this down here? I'm trying to create 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm trying to create it down here, and you guys can chime in whenever you want to, so that with a new feature where the overlay comes from flying from the bottom, it will just come in and highlight these texts. Right? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it that way. It might be a little bit too much complication for me because I like simplicity, but I want to try it on retrograde.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't have the cue in front of my comment, Paul. But are you gonna, like, let's say you switch to the scene, you'll have text, overlay, design all fly in from the bottom at the same time, or are you
Not
doing
all
something
of them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no, I just want, the way I'm trying to do it is just one at a time. So say I'm going to talk about text, right? And how you can import your fonts. I can highlight this one and then I will trigger the other one and I will trigger the other one. And that, right? For now, I won't do it on the Stream Deck. I'm just going to trigger it by clicking. But with the Stream Deck, it will be really easy to do because it's just going to be prompting, recalling an overlay, right?
Yeah.
So let's see this. And this is so, like right now, Fuljens, I don't see your face. And it's kind of freaking me out a little bit, but here we go.
You're not missing out on anything.
I'm just not used to it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop up, I'm gonna duplicate this one and let me get it now, the bars. So you see how we have a design right here. So I'm gonna go for the highlighter. So the highlighter is right here. If you can see it, that's the highlighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this one by holding Option and dragging. Okay, so and then I'm gonna do the same thing for the other one. And then the same thing. Okay. And then I'm going to move this text, Fuljens, so that you don't get like, where are we at? Text here, text here. Okay, so that's that over there. Okay. I'm just going to leave it like that. All right. So now we're just going to have to, so if I'm talking about it, right? So let me see. Let me see you guys. Just stick with me. Let me see. Fuljens jump in whenever you want.
Maybe if you can zoom in, because like on our end, it's probably a little bit tiny.
Okay. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So you see, so now I'm going to bring you over here. Okay, so these are the copies that I already made. So if I hide this, so now I'm just gonna have to create the, assign the animation to them. So let's see. And this is one thing that I didn't do that I usually do, you guys, is just name it, but I just did the copy because I want to see how it goes. Okay, so let's see this one.
Right, and as you're bringing as you're bringing up the text overlay panel, guys, so if you have not downloaded the latest version of Ecamm Live Beta, please do so, because the text overlay panel, as we requested for several ages, is finally a standalone panel. Look at that. It's free, guys. It's freed. You can even expand it if you want. You could, so you can scale.
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, like, why?
Yeah, but it's just to show how free the panel is. It's just
what
amazing.
is it, Fuljens?
It's freed. It's freed. Freedom.
So, you guys, here it is. Okay, so I'm just going to put it over here and I'm going to zoom in so that you can see the new animations, right? So for this overlay here, the scrolling ticker, I'm going to make it, I'm going to select the background and I'm going to make it fly from the bottom, flying from the bottom. Okay, so let's see what happens. And this one is the first one. Okay, so I'm going to hide all the other ones. Not that one. Okay. Okay, this one. Oh, that's what I wanted to do.
Can you zoom in again for us? Just so we can see a little bit better.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to get out of demo mode, mister.
Awesome.
So tonight we're going to be talking about Ecamm Live. And that gets highlighted, right? That's what we're going to do. So then now we unhighlight, right? So let me assign the next one.
Ah, that's
yes,
cool.
Fuljens.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right? So let's do again. I'm still out of demo mode, but I just want to do I'm just going to do, I'm assigning the animations to all of them. So then I can just do it. I'm going to go back. All right, you guys, how are you liking it? How are you liking this? Like this, to me, this is pretty exciting because on my shows, I'll be able to do things like this. And assigning it to the Stream Deck is going to be even easier because you can just trigger it. So I'm just assigning the animation fly in from the bottom. And again, this is in 3.9. And then this one. Okay. And I think I did all of them, right? No, the last one. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to go back out of demo mode. And then we're going to say, okay, so we already talked about Ecamm. So now we're going to talk about, let me go. Here we go. So now we're going to talk about text. Yeah. And then after I cover text, I'm going to be like, and now we're going to cover overlays. Yes. Overlays are amazing. 3.9 and the design, because this was designed inside of Ecamm Live using only Ecamm Live text overlays. That's what I wanted to show you guys. I'm so excited. Fuljens, what do you think?
No, that's definitely a really cool way to use that for sure. Like to use the text box as a highlighter. You could trigger it manually, using your overlays panel, or you can add that to your Stream Deck.
Yes, I will add it to my Stream Deck when I do it, because triggering it like this is a little, it will be a little bit easier. Yeah,
I think that's pretty cool. Versus having keeping the text over those words on the screen, and then having the background highlight like you did. That's a really cool idea, for sure.
And we just make it dynamic. It makes it a little bit more animated. And then for this right here, you can change your text to whatever you will like your presentation is about. So you would change the text here, and then you will have it fly in from either the left or the right. From here, I don't think that flying from the bottom would work out very well.
No, flying
because
from the
this is right. So it will be flying from the right.
Yeah, or
it will be
static.
really cool. And right. So it will be the same thing. You just trigger it with your Stream Deck, or you just do it from here. So the title comes in, and then the text. So you can name it whatever it is. Yes. Okay, you guys. I just want to hear. I want to see some claps and stuff because, I think this is the coolest thing ever. Next to T. Okay. I'm back.
All right.
I'm back.
And then so Paul is asking, Paul, where's your cue? But Paul is asking, can you run that animation again? So let's just go back to that other scene and try it again, like the flying from the bottoms, the highlighters.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, oops, hold on. Ana, heal, let's go solo. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the highlighters. Okay, so we're gonna do, so I'm out of demo mode, so it's all good. Okay, so we go. There's that one, and then we go to the next one. And another thing that we could do is, as you're talking, having your points, you can leave it highlighted so that you can yourself know what points, what points have been covered, or your audience knows it as well.
Yeah.
So it could be something like this. So.
But that's cool, how it's as if there's just one highlighter, but it's going to each one individually. I think that's cool. I personally like that. When it's going to each one individually, it removes the highlight from and jumps to the next one. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep doing that. Okay. Yes.
Awesome.
I'm so excited, you guys. This is so great. This is so good because when we designed this about, just 4 months ago. About 4 months ago.
Maybe it probably was. Yeah, but you kept tweaking it as you went along.
Right. So then I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I could just highlight it, right, as it goes. But then it wasn't. But now with this update, you guys, there's so many things that we can do.
Right. And then, just while we're on that, the subject of what you just showed, right? So, it's kind of like a presentation where you could have your bullet points coming in, right? I believe, was it last week on ENN, we had something similar to that, right?
Yes.
And, and so people, normally will use Keynote for that type of feature, right? That type of design, but, you can design that directly inside of Ecamm Live, right?
Right.
So let's show them how they can do that, because it's just a few simple steps and it's very, very easy to do.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start a new scene here. And of course it defaults to me. Let's go blank. And hold on a second here. And then let's go to live demo mode, right? So now we're in live demo mode, and we're gonna bring myself and Ana on camera here. Ana, where are you at? Ana, boom. All right. And hey.
And then where you at?
I'm coming, and here I am. All right. So let's just say we're here off to the side, right? We want our sidebar animation to fly in from the right side of the screen, right? So it's just a simple matter of hitting the text and selecting a background. Let's make this, let's use our building blocks colors. If I can find my color picker, I don't know where my color picker is.
I know, it just goes whenever we're using different.
Yeah, it was hiding. Being very stubborn. So the color picker.
It's Mercury.
Yeah. And you know something I'm realizing here? Notice it's like the comment is staying in the front. So I think there's another feature that we need to like look into because it wasn't doing that before, right? Like the Ecamm panels are dominant or in the front. So yeah, so we have to find the workaround for that.
Yeah, but since they did they did the text overlay window. How about that, you guys? That was great, because
it's huge. That is a huge accomplishment. We didn't get to ask Glenn, because we could just move it out our way now, right? But we didn't ask Glenn how long did it take for them to accomplish this, right?
True. So that's true. We can ask when he already had this 3.9 update.
Right.
Beta. We didn't. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So another thing, right? So while we're here in the text overlay panel here, right? If you notice now that you can add borders around your text, right? So hold on. So let's just get the corners off, right? We don't want the corner. We just want to because we're going to create the sidebar animation, right? But check this out, right? So let's make this a little bit bigger. And you notice you have this thing called stroke. Look at this. Look at this. You have borders. You have borders. Borders.
Okay, so is everyone watching? Does everyone?
This is There you go. That's what that is. Go ahead, Ana.
Okay, wait. Does everyone watching have 3.9? You guys, 3.9 is what's up, and we're both streaming with it. So it's great. It's great. So try it out. Even if you don't want to stream with it, you can still have it and play with it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're gonna leave that stroke there. We're gonna leave the stroke there. Boom. Right. Okay. So this is your text box. Let's add this in here. Okay. And we're going to shape it to something like this, right? A rectangle. This is exactly what we need. And we're going to stretch this out. Perhaps, if normally it is kind of like this, we don't need it to go a little bit. We don't need it to get any bigger than this. This is fine. But let's see if we could just stretch it out a little bit more. Okay. All right, cool. Because now you have enough space for your camera overlays and so on and so forth. Right? So
and you guys, one thing, Fuljens, if I may, one thing that sometimes when you're designing the background or trying to fill it in or halfway, if you're having trouble making it fit to the entire screen, or it's just play with the margins, play with the margin inside so that you can make it bigger and it will cover the full screen. And sometimes if you just need it a little bit, just bring it down, because it's just trying to fill in the whole screen if you have it big. So
embiggen it.
Yeah, just play with it.
As the Dark Rock will say. All right, so now, right, so this is basically it, right? We covered basically 50% of the screen, half of the screen with this text overlay, and we're going to go back in here and move this out the way, because we can do that now. Let's shrink this down to size, because look, this was taking up so much real estate here, right? So now that's awesome.
And Fuljens likes the way the technical term for the screen. What is it, Fuljens?
It is no longer a modal sheet. MODAL. This is no longer a modal sheet. It is a standalone text overlay panel. And then we're going to have this fly in from the right. Okay. So sorry, Ana, I did not label this as background, right? It's not in the folder right now.
Listen, I'm letting it go because we're just showing, the updates. Right. But at the same time, if we want to put this in the store, I think we better do it right. You know what? So it's easier.
Ana has spoken. So BKRND. Boom. Right? BKRND. Yes. That works, right? So we assigned fly in from the right. So this is going to be your sidebar, right? Look at that.
Look at that.
Okay?
Oof.
So that's step one. That is step one. It makes sense to have, for this, this is now up to preference, right? Whether or not you want to use folders for something like this, because you're going to be triggering these bullet points one by one. Okay. And you know what?
I will still use a folder though, because then they will all be in one spot.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Well, oh my gosh, why are these things in the front like that? While we're here, right? Let's assign some borders to our camera overlays. How about that? And what
Look how easy that is, you guys. You guys remember before what we had to do?
Yeah. We put in all that work, but now it's like, Glenn was like, it just took me like 15. How many minutes? Like, was it minutes or seconds?
15. He said 15. Can you imagine if it was seconds?
So 15 minutes for him to do this, right? After all that work. But, it paid off. It paid off because
it's amazing.
He saw the vision. He finally saw the vision.
Yes.
Right? Ken and Glenn, thank you so much. And let's assign. Why is this doing that? Okay, let's move this out the way. And let's.
It's because you don't have command tilde.
Yeah. And what's cool about this is that, you do have a indicator here. It's kind of small, but let's see if we zoom in, like you see border width, it actually has a number there. So I'm at 9%, I'm at 25%, so.
That is pretty cool that they did that.
Awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome, awesome. But we're going to leave it like around 5%. All right, cool. So we just gave ourselves a little bit of little flair there.
I want to know if you guys are playing with us. Are you guys trying all of these things with us right now? Because it is that way. If you run into any mishaps or whatever, you can ask us here, or if you're trying to design something. So I want to see.
And then something else too.
You see what Paul said?
Yeah, Paul. But this is perfect, right? Because there were, I think it was like 2 episodes ago, we were trying to have the comments come in, and then also assign a fly-in from the bottom and have that save, right? So let's see. They fixed it. Awesome. It's fixed.
Oh my gosh. Listen, you guys, honestly, this
what's
up. 3.9 is what's up.
All right. So let's create this folder, right? This is going to be sidebar. Sidebar overlay. All right, cool.
Proud of your photos.
Oh, thanks. Right, so let's add that in there. Paul Duncan, your comment is trying to get in there. Sorry, but we'll just leave it up here, right? And let's add the cameras in here. Okay. Right, so everything is going to be in the same. It's going to be in the same folder, but the next is basically a series of text. Right, which is going to be your points that you want to make.
You know what the points should be, Fuljens Henry?
Go right ahead. I'm ready.
The main updates, right? Could they be? Let me see. I think I wrote them down.
Okay.
Right, so it could be. But where's continue, please. Doing your.
Yeah, because that's gonna take a little while.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I will get it for you, and then I'll tell you. You design that.
Ecamm Live program. We don't want you here.
Got it.
Why is my Slack loading over here?
I don't know why you're doing that because I told you I got you, man.
Why is Slack loading up in live demo mode? And you see Katie's meme that she put
That's
up
what
there.
I'm telling you. I'm getting it for you. I don't know why you did it. You probably wanted to cut and paste.
Because I want to copy and paste. Yeah.
Okay,
So
I
let's
got you though.
Yeah, let's look it up. Was it with Caleb in there, or is it just us?
Is
Katie.
show profiles. How about we do that? Just do a bullet point, and I will tell you.
All right.
And
I
you
just wanted to
type
copy and paste. Gosh darn it.
Just-
But okay. Anna got me
yeah.
doing work over here. All right, guys. All right. So show profiles. Mm-hmm. Let's.
Are we gonna do a
go to-
bullet?
You see what I'm talking about?
I mean, we have to show them all the
Yeah.
how amazing they can make this. You can make it inside of Ecamm.
By the way, if somebody knows the command to add a bullet, please let us know, because
Right. Probably Doc knows it.
of course Doc knows. All right. So we have a bullet in here. Let's remove the background. Let's uncheck background. All right, cool. And for whatever, this is something that needs to be fixed. The defaulting to transparent font.
To the last one? Mhm.
No, defaulting to transparent font. Yeah, right. We just wanted to just remain like this. So how about that? All right. So what are we typing here?
I think, you know what? I think we have to show them a video of how we do it because they
Yeah.
don't know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is show the big highlights are show profiles. So we have to have the title, right?
Yeah. And then once we have this one, this is going to be like our
Change the, I'm sorry, the color. So,
Yeah.
Because you have a yellow.
yeah, that's the thing. I wish there was the option to turn off default, right? Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. And we got to figure out what's going on with this. Try Alt 8, Paul
Alt 8.
says. So let's try that. Oh, you mean Option 8? Okay, that's cool. That does give a bullet point. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
Ooh.
Yeah, that gives the small rounded bullet point.
The small around the one. Okay, thank you, Paul.
All right.
Okay.
So let's have this up here. Show profiles.
And
Next.
oh my gosh, Fuljens, what if we bring the highlighter from flying from the bottom up, highlighting each and one of them?
Well, you can do that, right? But this is just to show the basic, how to get the sidebar animation up and running, right? But that is a cool idea because then you would have to have everything already there on the screen. All right, so let's do that then.
Yeah, but then afterwards, after you finish it, do your thing, but after.
Right.
Just to
But
see
let's
how it looks.
let's get some we would probably put up to 4 points, right?
Let me see.
Thank you, Richie.
5.
Okay. Next one.
Okay. Next one is overlay updates. That's it.
That's not wait,
That's it. That's not gonna help. Okay, let's go for the other one. Interview chat and interview white labeling.
interview chat. Let's just add interview chat, right? To simplify it. And while we're here, there's something else, just a tip. I'm not sure if this is in production version of Ecamm, but let's say this interview chat, right? And you want to move it, you want to grab it and drag it over, let's say towards Ana, and you want to keep it in a straight line. Just like in your camera effects, you're able to go into camera effects now, and let's say you want to zoom in. Let's say you're zooming me in, right? And then you want to keep it on the same plane. You hold down Shift and it's locked in, right? You can do that with the text overlays, right? So if you hold down Shift, look at that. It stays on the same plane. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if that was in the production version of Ecamm.
All the tips. I think that is native to Apple. It's native. It's
So if we load up regular Ecamm Live, the production version of Ecamm Live, we're able to hold down Shift and do that.
keyword, I think. Because I'm able
Got
to
it.
do it in Photoshop. I'm able to do
Right.
it, so
But
in Keynote.
it's just cool that feature is now available, so that's pretty cool. All right, so next one.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Network
line this up
cameras. Now,
perfectly.
we should just do our ones,
Yeah.
like the Ecamm, the text overlays. So the window flying from the new flying animations,
Yep.
right? What do you guys think so far? You guys over there just doing I haven't seen the answer to, are you guys playing along with us?
Maybe. Line from top bottom. Keep that on 2 lines. Okay.
I love the technical term to this. Add an option for colored border.
Add option for colored border. Okay.
Text, camera, and screen share. Oh my gosh, you guys.
There's so much, but like I think we're only going to be able to add these because I'm running out of space because add colored borders.
It's just an idea. It's just an idea how you guys can do this, right? And just have your talking points right there without having to import and export. For me, I don't know for you guys, but for me, when I had my shows and I had to keep going out to Canva or going to Keynote and then fixing something, coming right in, if the camera overlay was off, or even if I took a screenshot of it and brought it in and started signing, something was usually off. I have to like export, import, export.
Yeah,
this is good.
Right. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And we're going to just highlight the first one, the overlays panel here, and hold down shift and then click on the last one to highlight everything and drop them all in a folder. Done. All right. And take the background and add it at the very bottom of the queue. Okay. Right. So now the first thing you can do, you know what, Miss Hill?
You don't have a grid? Is that what you're saying?
No, sidebar text, because this needs to be in a separate folder.
The text?
Yeah, that's why that's why I was mentioning like its preference, because this is going to create some little because you still have to trigger everything manually.
Yeah, right? But then if you add the text itself to its folder, so the text can be in its own folder.
Right. So it is now.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So now, for instance, right? So let's hide this right now. We're hiding everything, which is not the proper thing to do because everything is going to come in at once, right? So you're starting your presentation and you have that come in. Let's do that again, right? You have your background fly in.
And that's when you can be saying, today we're going to be talking about blah, 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 right? You can be doing your thing.
Right. You know, so if we're doing it the way that you had mentioned, right, then it would make sense to have everything flying like this. And you highlight each one individually, which we'll do in a second. But we're not doing that right now, right? So it's just a matter of assigning this to your Stream Deck or using your overlays panel and doing it the old-fashioned way, right? Show profiles.
Yeah, but let's see how cool it looks coming from the bottom, though, Fuljens Henry. Let's see.
So what are you referring to? The highlight coming in from the bottom or the text itself coming from the bottom?
I was talking about the highlight, but at the same time, I just see how it will look cool flying in from the bottom.
Got it.
So let's see. Like, you know how like it just...
Wait, what's the expression that you're doing? What? What? What is it?
And you guys can
elaborate, please.
You guys can assign sound to it if you do it on your Stream Deck.
Okay.
All right, Fuljens, I see you, man.
All right, so everything is there. So let's try that again, right?
You see, how do you guys like it flying from the bottom? It looks cool.
Hold on a second. This is where the Stream Deck comes in handy because like just clicking them on the side here can be a little tedious. All right, so background comes in, right? And then we want to discuss number 1, show profiles. Number 2, interview chat. Number 3, flying from top bottom. Number 4, add colored borders, right? So that's the first method.
Look at that, you guys.
And it's so simple. It's so simple, right? Because like normally I've seen like these sidebar animations in Keynote being designed in Keynote, and it's like something simple. It's nothing like really fancy. So you know, this does it. You know, this gets the job done. It gets the job done. Right. So then,
forget it. I'm trying to figure it out. Like if we use the highlighter, it's just gonna come. So we can assign animations to the highlighter from bottom up and from top to bottom and from bottom top. You know what I mean? So show profiles, interview chat, fly-ins from the top. And then add colored borders and fly-in from the top and bottom, fly-ins from the bottom.
Like crisscrossing it? That might look a little.
No, Fuljens is not gonna be on the same at the same time.
What's up, James? Okay, so
Hi, James.
So you're saying to alternate the fly-ins. This
How about create one highlight, Fuljens? Create one highlight. Let's start from scratch. Create. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Retrograde. Yes, I got. Listen, Gretchen. I think Gretchen is here. She's saying that her dragons were having fun and that we're gonna have some visitors.
Listen. All right. So what do we? So you want to try the highlight one right now? Let's try that.
Yes.
Okay.
And we perhaps can do it. So remember, the highlighter has to be under, or it has to be transparent.
Yeah, we're gonna have it underneath. Yeah. We're going to have it underneath. So we're going to create a highlighter. Let's just type highlight. All right. And let's set that to 0. And let's get the corners out the way. So you just have the sharp edges. I think this is a good size. Well, it's not going to be a good size for everything because, some of these are like a little bit, like 2 lines versus 1 line. So maybe
it's just a test. I mean,
it's just a test. It's just a test. And then let's change this to some BB colors. Boom. And this is going to, what animation would you like to assign to this, Ms. Hill?
Well, we can do from bottom to top, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Fine from the bottom.
Yeah, I think the bottom will look better for these things. Yeah. And let's have this here, for instance. Okay. Cool.
You can do so I was thinking, right, from the bottom ones, then you have you started from the bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Hey. You see? Okay, I
yeah, that's cool. That adds more element to it, for sure. That does add more element to it, right? And then each one, you'll hide that one, and then it goes to the next one, right? So it starts here.
Yes,
and then does it stay, or it'll fly out, and then another one will come in, right?
Yeah, I guess it will be optional, right? It will be whatever you guys want, right? For your design, you can leave it highlighted to show what you have already spoken about,
right? Or
you can just remove it to highlight what you're talking about,
right? So let's get out of demo mode for that. Let's see. Right, so let's just run that back. Let's hide the highlight, and then let's hide these points. Well, actually now, right, so in this case, the points are going to come in at the same time, right? So let's hide the sidebar text folder. Let's hide the background, right? So you want to present your presentation, and you have the background come in. Then the text comes in. Right, or have them come in static, because if you don't want to have too much animations, or have them have a different fly-in, right, as opposed to flying from the bottom, and then the highlight comes in.
Yes, and or you can trigger it individually. There's so many options. It will be just up to what you want to do. Yeah. But how cool is this, you guys? How cool is this?
Yeah.
Okay, continue, Fuljens, Andrew. Yes.
Right. So that was that, right? So do we want to finish this one? Let's try to finish this now. Let's go to option drag. Let's see. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect because some of these are different sizes. But let's just see what the finished product would look like, for instance, right? But it's so simple. It's so simple and easy to use. And just remember, although we have the link feature, it's not appropriate for this because you want the backgrounds to be separate. Right,
but you can adjust them now to the size of the screen, right?
Yeah, for sure. But this is what, as Bradley would say, quick and dirty. This is the quick and dirty. It's quick and dirty, right? So,
definitely. I mean, a lot of options with this. A lot of options.
Okay, so although right now the overlays are showing copy of this, copy of that, but highlight is the first one, which was gonna highlight show profiles, right? So we have the border come in, then we have the text come in, and then you want to highlight show profiles, right? And talk about that, and then hide that, and then next one I want to talk about is interview chat, right? Blah, 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 blah. Hide that, then flying from the bottom, right? Then hide that, and then add colored borders, right?
Yes. And you can have fun with the borders, because you can make them. You could have edges now. You could have, for example, you can have the highlighter be bulleted, right, like a bullet shape,
Right.
cylinder, or you could have some corners be sharp and the other ones be round, because
Right.
you can do it. So it's just great. So Fuljens, we can actually show them that.
For sure, for sure. Let's just change the colors of this stuff. Like, so first off, so what do you want to do? So we're going to
The highlighter, which is
change the let's do that, right? Yeah. So now going back to what we were talking about before, right? So let's click on the first highlight, right? Let's open that one up, right? So now, as Ana mentioned, first of all, let's use that awesome stroke that we had, right? So boom. Let's
zoom that thing in, brother.
Let's add some stroke to this joint. I have to fix my zoom because my zoom is moving around with the entire screen, as you can see, right? But let's add a little bit of stroke, and you can't see the color right now because I have to change the color to LBB red, right? So first of all, so now we have a little background. We have some
shadow,
some border around it, right?
It makes like a little shadow effect.
Right. So that's cool, right? So look at that. That even adds even more depth to it, right?
Yes.
So that's one. And then now with the, actually, why don't I have that? Why don't I have
all the round, the corners?
Yeah, why don't I have my thingamajiggy right here?
Get out of it. Get out of it.
Let's try it. Let me
and
just
then
let's try
click on it again.
Command N. Look at that. Where are my
Let me see if I have it. I'm gonna go.
That's interesting. I haven't noticed that before, right? So just so you guys know what I'm talking about, if we add a new camera, this thing here, the corner radius panel where we can change the points and stuff like that. I could have sworn we had it for a text overlay, or maybe
yes, we
no,
did.
we did have it for text overlay.
Yeah, we did, because that's what I just
What's up
that's
with
what
that?
we. I don't know. Listen, Fuljens, I don't have it either.
What
happened?
is up with that? That's missing. That we had that for sure because again.
Oh my gosh! Now you're making me double guess myself.
No,
Did
a few
we?
Building Blocks episodes ago, we were playing.
Yes,
with it.
we did. We did.
We had a tutorial on that. So where did that go?
Well,
Interesting. Interesting. So guys, we can't do it right because Glenn and Ken removed the feature, so we have to find out what happened.
No,
to
we
that.
just have to ask. We have to ask what happened to it.
Right, because like although you have your corner, okay, there it is. It's not there when it's set to 0. Okay.
There we go.
There
Okay, here we go. Thank you, Richie.
Wait.
We're like, what's going on?
Yeah, Richie, thank you, Richie. Yeah, perfect timing. Yeah, so there you go. I'm like, what? Bugging. All right.
But why didn't I have it? I didn't have it either.
Yeah, because we had the slider set to 0. Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know. You heard it here.
Make sure the
first.
sliders are not set to 0.
Yeah, if you want to bug out like us, right? So that even looks actually even better, right? Better. That looks better.
Okay, so let's try. Look at that.
That's cool.
Yes, that's super cool. And we can even make it skinnier if we wanted to.
The border?
Not the border, but the text box itself, the highlighter itself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there's like skinnier and looks slicker.
Right. The only thing with this is that like I guess that's where having them coming individually plays a role, because you have this here and then it's not going to be pleasing on the eyes when you bring in the flying from the bottom one. It's going to be shaped differently.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why like your strategy comes in, where you hide that one and then and then this will be a different size, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I like it.
Yeah, that looks good. Like
Oh
these,
my gosh,
this
it looks
feature,
great.
this just yeah, exactly, Paul. Thank you guys. Thank you. So yeah, just so you know, you won't find that the corner radius. feature if the slider is set to 0.
And these are only in the beta version.
Yes, 3.9 beta version 4. Go to ecamm.com/beta, ecamm.com/beta. There was a link here before. I don't know where it went, but ecamm.com/beta. Here it is.
Yes. And is Wayne, do you have any questions for us? Because I know you try a lot of these things, so let us know if you have any questions regarding this. What are you humming about?
Hold on a second. Adding a border to the comments.
Oh.
Right? So stroke. Oh my God, yes. That is so dope. That is so dope.
Oh my God.
That is so dope.
So see, if you play with the corners, like if you make them square and like make it look like a little slanted,
Yeah. But I'm sorry, I'm distracted because like this is so cool. Like now we have borders around the comments. This is so cool. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. All right. But you know what? For the sake of this, let's just make this a different color. Change this to white. Make it stand out much more. There you go. That's so dope. So dope. So dope. So dope. So dope. So dope. All right, cool. All right. So
cool.
Now, as Ana mentioned, we have this, right? So now we could play around with the corners. You could do like some type of like a teardrop effect here.
Oh my gosh.
Or you can do this like this kind of like zigzaggy effect here. That's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you see, I'm telling you, this is just too much for my heart.
Yeah. And we have a story, right? So this was back, I think this was back in February or March. Maybe it was in February, right? We designed the overlay for Cheddar News. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cheddar News. And Cheddar News has something similar to this, right? It's so for instance, hold on, let me just show you what it will look like, right? So it will look like this. The top left, the bottom left, and the bottom right will be sharp, and then the corner here is round, right? And then to even emphasize it, so we can bring this up to a little bit more, make it a little bit more round. So boom, that's what the Cheddar News overlay will look like. The Cheddar News overlay will look like this, right? And we had to do some working around to get that, right? Because we didn't have that.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So we had to do some building blocks, right? We had to like add a little piece and to create that round edge, right? But now, man, that just takes so much.
It's just great.
Work
Fuljens,
off our shoulders.
Can you get out of demo mode and show it like this? Because I want to see it.
Paul said it sounds cheesy. So we're out of demo mode. Let me see if I could find the Cheddar News for you guys in the meantime. Do you see it yet?
Nope.
That's some interesting latency you got going on over
Right.
there. And I'm trying to find.
Oh my gosh, we are like, you haven't even done flying from the top and bottom.
No.
You
have to like refresh yours. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh because I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. That looks great, Fuljens. That looks great. But you know what I will do actually, just because the rounded corners, if you look at it on your phone, I'm not sure if you're it's round, so it doesn't, like, to me, if it was to the fly, to the text box, the yellow one, if we make it the corners sharp on that end on both cameras, I think it will look cooler because it will kind of flush too.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, got you. So hold on a second here. So I just wanted to show you guys what the Cheddar News overlay looks like real quick. I'm just saving it, and let's add that to the broadcast just so you can see. But this photo will not serve it justice, but Just wanted you guys to know what the Cheddar News overlay looks like. And I think, right, Anna, was like a little, I don't know, too dark for our taste, right? Because we went live with this once, and we haven't used it ever since, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Look at the headline there. Take that out of there quick, brother.
delete. Right.
Remove.
All right. So you're saying, let's move this out the way. Just gotta figure out how to bring that to the front. Bring this to the front. So let's. I'm hoping it's not like an overlay issue, but it's something like in the settings.
What do you mean?
Like this, you're saying?
On the other side.
Or making all the edges round. No,
you can leave that one there, but just make it the edges. Yes. Yep. There we go. And then scooch it to. You can even leave it there like that.
Scooch.
There we go.
Creating some new design here. Okay.
Oh, Dios mío! I think that looks good. Let me see. What do you guys think?
It's different. It's different for sure.
It's just let's see it.
Mine is smaller.
Okay, so it is all the way to. So if we leave a little bit of space, maybe it will look better.
Better. Is that better?
Yes.
All right. So we have a few questions here.
Okay.
Let's get to the questions. All right, cool. So let's see. Whoa. So Wayne says, what is the rule to make shapes? I tried some of the shapes you were doing, but I put capital letters like BG instead of BG. Oh, well, from experience, Wayne, I don't know, you could probably answer this differently. I use capital letters when, like, let's say typing out, let's say you want to type highlight to create a highlight, right? As you can see in demo mode, right? As you can see in demo mode, let's go back into demo mode. I use capital letters. What about you, Anna? And does it make a difference? I don't think it does, but.
To create the shapes, it doesn't really make a difference. It's more like we can see it better, right? But when you're playing with the background, right, the margin is what's going to be your friend. So you play around depending on the size, and let us know if we're not understanding this correctly, because I think you're saying that you're playing with shapes, right? So if you want to make them smaller, right, you make them the way you want them to look. So for example, if you're gonna make them vertical, then you could either write the text, vertically by hitting Shift Enter, entering the text, Shift Enter, or you can write it horizontally. And Fuljens, you can show them that. You can write it horizontally, and then you can stretch it, and then it will be vertical, right? That will be a shape of a line, right?
Right.
So is that what you mean, Wayne? Let us know.
So he just wanted to know, like, if because and also Wayne, it just takes some practice. Like, even like when we just created this sidebar, it's just a matter of just stretching and playing around with it until you can get it the proper size that you want, right? So we typed the word BK, well, not even a word, right? We typed the letters BKRND. And it, we able to, like Anna said, we created the rectangle, but then we kind of like squeezed it in, and then it creates a tall rectangle, right? So now once you get the tall rectangle that you want it, stretch it out, because it's going to keep those properties. Now you can stretch it out to where you want, right?
Exactly.
Same way if it was wide, if it was horizontal, get the right horizontal size and then stretch it across. But sometimes like you'll get like some little bit space left over. But now since the text overlays are flexible, you could just like stretch it out across like from the side. Yeah. Right.
So so the key is in the text overlay. So in the text overlay, you make the shape that you want to end up with.
Right.
So right. So and then afterwards.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Go ahead, Anna.
No, you can show it because it will be better. You create the shape that you want to end up with, and then you can stretch it out because the shape will already be there. And like Fuljens said, it will maintain its properties.
Right. So basically, like for instance, right, this wasn't the original size, right? Because this was actually this, right? It was something like this, right? But I don't want this, right? But if I have this, right, and let's bring this to the front so it doesn't get in the way. If we have this, we can stretch this across just do the 2-finger scroll. It'll fill up the entire screen, right? But sometimes there's like a little bit of space left over on here, right? So you could just take that and just drag it over. So, you have, you fill out all that space. But let's say we don't want that. Let's say we just want half a screen, for instance, right? So now you're going to have to manipulate this box, right? Manipulate this box until it gets to tall, right? Maybe you want it a little taller. So now shrink it down and work with it, right? So if let's say I want it like this, sometimes it gets a little jumpy, right? So the good folks at Ecamm, maybe that's something that they'll work on in the future, right? But right now we work with what we have.
But it is because you didn't design it for that purpose,
right?
And
exactly.
it goes back to design it and in the text screen, design it when the shape that you want it to end up with, and then you stretch it and play that way, and it will maintain that, because you cannot make, for example, a 9x12 be an 8x8. So it would just it will just be
it's just a matter of just manipulating it, right? So that's basically what it is. Sometimes it can get a little tedious. But that's when you're creating stuff like this, right? So. Oh
my gosh, you're doing Control-C, Control-C.
I'm Command-Z.
Listen, you need to just copy the stuff first, and then play with it, and then just delete the other one and just have the copied one there. Stick with me, kid. Stick with me, kid. Okay, I saw another question.
Yes, we do have another question. So Al Jennings asks, could you bring in a paragraph and highlight a couple of words? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, you absolutely can.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So first of all, let's Command N, let's bring this up and restore default style. Let's remove background, and we are listen Ecamm live program. Come on, dude.
I'm over here saying hello to Mr. Oliver Ministries.
Bishop, hello. We saw
hello,
you.
Bishop.
Good to see you here. We are going to add a paragraph. We're going to add a shift enter.
So you're not on demo mode. Do you want to be on demo mode?
Yes, I do want to be in demo mode. Why am I not in demo mode? Okay. We are going to add a paragraph in Ecamm live demo.
And while you do that, I'm going to ask a question to Wayne. Wayne, did we answer your question?
All right. And let's center this. And let's add this. Okay. So now we have our paragraph here. Let's make the font black.
You're so original, Fuljens.
What was it? Stick with your kids. Stick with
I'm surprised you didn't add an emoji there, mister.
Yeah. See, I'm not that original, right? All right. So we have our paragraph here, right? And then this is a few things. So let's say, how about this, right? Let's hide these. We don't want this right now. We don't need these things. Let's just clear out the panel here. And you just gave me an amazing idea, Al. So we're going to do this. We're going to create, this is, again, as the guru says, quick and dirty. All right. So this is quick and dirty, guys. We're going to add a blank text box. And this is going to be our highlighter, right? HLTR. It's for Ana. Okay. So boom. So let's say this is going to go over going.
And you can even make it longer and skinnier, you know.
Yeah. But remember, this is quick and dirty, quick and dirty, quick and dirty.
Yeah, but like let's make it quick and dirty and lower the font.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. You see now you just
No, it's fine. We're playing. This is quick and dirty play, man.
Well, how about if it doesn't want to? Right?
You gotta lower the font. You gotta make the font smaller.
Listen. Mm-hmm. We're gonna leave it like this.
I am listening.
We're gonna leave it like this for now. All right, and then option drag. No. Option drag. Not that. Option drag.
Just hide the text. Hide the text.
How about this? 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 How about this
So you can do it without interruptions.
Yeah. But I didn't want to do all that because maybe we just need to leave it in the front. That's probably what it is. But
then if you leave it in the front, it's going to cover the word.
So for instance, like that, right? And
oh, Dios mío, that's so great.
That's a really cool idea.
That's so great. Thank you for asking that, Al.
Really cool idea. And then, sometimes like the best way to answer your question is just try it out too, right? But this is awesome. Like somebody asked a question like on Doc's show, on Doc's Ecamm Live demo, is like, can you have multiple timers at once, right? Try it out, right? And then Doc tried it.
Put it on there, see it. Put it on. Okay.
But you know what? That's good. It's like, what happens when each timer runs out? I don't know.
Going demo mode.
Right.
Going demo mode.
All right, so that's
so Wayne,
right?
What did you ask? What was it?
And
Wayne
then,
said that.
So for instance, here, this is another thing that you can do, right? You can group them together, right? You can group them together, and then so now when you have in your presentation, you trigger the highlights, right? And then you hide that, and then you trigger another set of highlights, right? That's pretty cool.
This is all inside of Ecamm. You guys saw it. Here. This is exciting. Yes.
Yes, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. That was an awesome awesome thing, Al. Thank you for that. That was awesome.
We're gonna definitely have this. So this today has been, we designed some overlays already, and we just wanted to test it out and see how the new features with Ecamm would, play out or enhance the overlays, because we have created so many overlays and oh my gosh, I wish we could do that. We wish you could do that. And now we can do it. So the first one that we did, Fuljens, if you give me full screen again, please.
Un momento.
Oh my gosh, that looks great.
Yeah,
that looks great. Hey, little Fuljens.
Hi.
Right? So it was this one, and it was like all the highlighters at the bottom that we had. So it's the same thing as highlighting the words that Al just asked, and is that you just trigger it. So this is what we did at the beginning. So we got the highlighters, they're all here. So we just triggered it. Right now I'm triggering it with a key, with my mouse, but we can do it with the Stream Deck, which will be easier. So if we're talking about Ecamm Live, then it comes on in this flag from the bottom. If we're talking about, text, text, here we go. Text, and then overlay, and then the sign, and you can do it like that. And you can do the same thing with other ones. It's really, really flexible. The way Ecamm is creating and the way the features are and the enhancement that they're making is amazing for us. It's just, we really don't have to get out of Ecamm to do our presentation, which is, it's great. It's great. And then we did the ones that you guys asked us, which is,
yeah, for sure.
That is good. That is really good.
For sure. Hold on a second here. So I believe Paul answered the question already. So Bishop is asking, can we change the opacity of overlays? Yes, you can, Bishop. So if we go into demo mode here, and so we're going to leave your comment on the screen, Bishop, and we're going to just open this up, right? And you can do a few things, right? You can take your background, for instance, and we could change the opacity of that right here using your color picker here panel. And let's drop that to 50%, for instance. Same thing will apply to the font, but we don't want to do that. And hit save, and there you have it. We've changed the opacity. But I think this is something that Glenn was talking about. He was playing around with it, and that's how I became half gens. Look at Bishop's comment now, right? So his face is half. Or is that because
that's because it has the border in it, remember?
That's because it has the border. Yes. So
that's because it has the border.
That's not fixed yet, right? So let's remove the border from that. Yes. Good thing. How come we didn't see half Paul?
It was square. I think it was square when we did Paul.
There we go. So Bishop is back. Full Bishop is back. Awesome.
Full Bishop.
Full Bishop. Full Bishop.
Aloha, stressed out and stress free.
What's going on? Okay, so we have... Okay, so Wayne is, it looks, hold on, let's change the opacity back to 100. What's Wayne saying? It's like the background with different colors and vertical shapes.
So I think he was talking about the sign, like the sticker transition that we made. Maybe he was trying to do that one. Is that what it is, Wayne? But that's exactly how you would do it. You just get it and you manipulate it. So you just write it out.
Yeah. I know what
You
mean.
write it out, the text that you want. So even let's say you're going to make a horizontal bar. So you just write horizontal bar, for example, right? And then you bring it in to your screen, and then you Fuljens, let's show them that, and then we just stretch it.
Okay, 1 second here. All right, so
And it can be frustrating because it does take a little bit of time, but once you get it, you'll be like, oh, this is easy. But it does take a little bit of time. It's definitely easier and more flexible now in this update than it was before.
Yeah, normally, you can just do something like this, right? Just type one letter, and this is going to give you a tall bar to work with. Right. We don't want that.
Yeah, but we don't want to do that because we want to know the name of the border that we're using.
Okay, well, sorry for giving you that little hack, guys.
No hack.
What are we naming this?
Name it like horizontal bar, for example.
Horizontal.
Color whatever. Color red.
That's a lot of text.
Well, we're making it longer, right? So we want the...
But I thought we were doing a vertical, not horizontal.
We're
That's what
doing
he
a
was asking
vertical.
for.
Yes.
Right, so...
Go ahead and do it. Por favor. Just do it.
All right, vertical bar. Right.
Okay, and then lower your opacity and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So we're adding this, right?
Okay, and then now you stretch it to make it vertical.
Well, we're not stretching it. We're
the other way. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what he wants to do. I
collapsing
think.
It.
Yes.
Like that way.
So we are making it vertical. So now you have your vertical line. So if you want the vertical line bigger, then you go back into it and then you play with the margins. But it's better to just make it the size originally that you want because it's already designed that way, and you will have more flexibility and it will avoid a little bit of headache.
Yeah, like the jumping around and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's
hopefully that helps. But yeah, when it comes to that, that definitely takes some experience to do, right? Like, that definitely takes some experience to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
so
that's how you would make it vertical, and that's how if you're designing vertically, you would do it this way too.
Yes, Vincent. We know. I know it's you. Anna likes to call you like stressed out, stress free. I don't know why.
because it's a what do they call that? What do they call that? A yin yang oxymoron, whatever that, right? So it's like officially unofficial, right? So I like to be stressed out, stress free.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Gretchen is asking, can you change the color of the highlight? Gretchen, you could change the color of anything you want as long as it's a text overlay. So the answer is yes.
Yes.
Right. So if we go in here and we highlight.
What color would you like it to be, Gretchen?
Right. So let's say we want to change the color of this one, right? Yeah, it's text overlay. So absolutely. So let's make this lime green type of thing, right? So done. That's basically it. Simple. And
you're welcome, Wayne. Hopefully now you go play around with it or play around as you're with us and right now, and then let us know.
Yeah, practice. That's all it is.
Yes, definitely.
That's all definitely. It is. Just practice. Yeah. Yeah. And Bishop was trying to change opacity of a graphic overlay over video background, trying that earlier in Ecamm.
And how did it go, Bishop, for you? So you changed the graphic overlay.
Okay, so text overlay you can definitely do, and also so let's say you bring in a logo, right? You can also do that too, right? It's not there's no option for it per se. However, this is where it would be handy for having the Ecamm Live logo. But I found one. All right. So let's say we have that. I believe it's shift. Yep. So on the trackpad, for instance, right? If you hold down the shift key on the Ecamm logo and do the 2-finger scroll, there you have it. You could change the opacity that way. And I believe that works for a lot of things, right? So let's see.
It does, because this,
Let me fade away.
I think that's a...
Yeah, so it works. It works for pretty much like all your overlays. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it'll be cool.
Yep.
Bishop said it didn't
wait,
work.
why didn't it work? Like, what graphic were you trying to... So he's saying it's trying to change it over a video.
Right.
So you're trying to put your graphic over the video and lower the opacity, and it didn't work?
Yeah. Well, try it that way again, Bishop. Like, so you have your graphic, or it could be a text overlay or anything like that, and just try the 2-finger scroll. So let's say we highlight the Ecamm, right? And then let's make this a little bigger. We highlight the Ecamm and hold down the shift key and do the 2-finger scroll upwards. 2-finger scroll up will set, bring in, it's not necessarily 0, but it's gonna lower the opacity, and then 2-finger scroll the opposite way is going to bring it back to normal. All right,
BuildingBlocks
logo. Okay, Ecamm logo. What are you doing here?
Right. He's like, I'm done.
Right. Ecamm logo causing trouble over here, guys. All right.
Hey, Glenda.
Hi, Glenda. How you doing?
Aw.
But you're here. You're here. Red dragon, please. That's probably for you, Anna.
Dragon. Oh, dragon red. Oh, that's the color. The color of the highlighter.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Dragon
okay,
red.
okay.
Which is
Dragon
cayenne
red.
for you.
Why did
love.
why did I read that as red dragon?
Because the dragon is playing with you, Fuljens. He wants you to do it red.
Right. So I'll just do that real quick. Boom.
Remember, he's about to visit you this week.
Right. But then,
Gretchen, what kind of food should we leave out for him? All right, go for it.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, if he's coming to visit, I'm gonna be, hospitable and.
All right, you got it, Bishop. Awesome.
Nice. Awesome. Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Very
I
cool.
wonder if what you're gonna do is when you have your scriptures, if you're going to highlight it. I can't wait. If you're gonna do something like that, let us know so we can watch you.
Awesome. All right.
So do it dragon red, please, Fuljens, for
Dragon red. What is the color code for dragon red?
cayenne. Go to the
cayenne.
color picker. Yeah, which is, you like that color.
Okay, so not this one. So
Let's go into the momo.
cayenne. Oh, well. I changed it already, but yeah. So cayenne.
Okay.
This is what you're referring to.
It needs to be fiery. So more red. Actually, let me see, because I'm in my other monitor. Let me see. Yeah, no. You need to be really red.
Like this. Like lipsticky
fire
red.
Depending on the lipstick.
Is this red enough for you?
No. Make it like the chillon one. Like the one that you will say, I want it brighter. Make it like a bright color.
My gosh.
Bright red.
I mean, that's pretty bright. Is this bright enough? It can't go any brighter than this.
Yes, you can. You just have to click on the color wheel and then just drag it like a dragon.
Wait, are we in? Oh, maybe we're not in demo mode. Maybe that's why.
I was telling you to go into demo
thought
mode.
I was, but look, we cannot go any. Hold on, now
we
went to green. So like we were here.
There you go.
But that's where I was.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not. Okay.
Like that.
Now it is. You see? Now that's what it is, man.
All
okay.
Right. So I could. So this can go back to black. Because it was just a little too. That red was a little too dark. Okay. Awesome. Gretchen has.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what are you referring to, Glenda? So, for instance, creating paragraphs and using the overlays to highlight text, that is not a new feature. That is something you can do in production version. So it's just
that is
using the text.
that is a fun, what do we call this, right? It was just like experimental.
Yeah, because we had a question from Al, I believe. Al asked, can you bring in a paragraph and highlight a couple of words? So that's what we did. But you can do that. You can do that in the native version of Ecamm. You don't need beta for that.
Right. Yeah. But if you want to make it super fancy and have it flying from the bottom up, right? Then it's better. Which is what we showed earlier, the other one that we designed.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Yes, this is great. Okay, so they like shiny things. You see, Fuljens? So no food, just shiny things. I don't have anything
things.
really shiny.
Gotcha.
But he's gonna visit you first. I have a feeling.
Okay. Is
So
it a he?
Oh, they are gonna visit you soon.
This gender neutral, the gender neutral dragon. Okay. Got it.
You guys, this is the Ana thing we're talking about, like Mercury retrograde and how we were having some communications issues before the retrograde even started. So we got it all straight. So they gave us a head start to get it together. And then after that, Fuljens, we've been pretty good, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, it has been extra communication, like extra words added to it to make sure that we're straight.
Literal. Just be very literal.
I'm for real. Watch out for the literal C.
Yeah.
Yes. So you guys, what do you think?
Glitter works, Glenda says.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's,
Ooh.
we got to switch this back now. But it's interesting that you cannot add a border to the comments because it's going to slice the
But it makes
avatar
sense though. If you think about it, it makes sense because when you create a border, it just goes over. So because it is on it. However, if it is like a text overlay, right? It doesn't take pixels. It's just behind it. So you control the pixels. But in here, the border is controlling the pixels. So it's eating what's already there.
Yeah. I think they're going to find a workaround for it, for sure. I think they will. And Glenda asks, have you eaten tonight yet? I had a peach before I came on after ENN.
So you guys, I turn Fuljens into peaches because I love peaches, but I love the peaches that are hard. I don't like the mushy ones, and he's the same way.
Right.
But then we order Instacart, and they got us nectarines, right? And the nectarines were really hard, so we're like, okay, they're all right, but they're not peaches. So then now every time Fuljens goes to the store, he's like, so is the skin fussy or is the skin smooth? And I'm like, peaches have fussy skin, nectarines have smooth skin.
Right.
So he got the trick. Now he's buying peaches.
But another thing is
from Georgia.
Another thing is to keep them refrigerated, right? Because if you don't, then they'll get soft. Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Especially now in the summer.
Yeah. So,
how about you guys? Do you guys like hard peaches or soft peaches? Or like in between?
Or in between, right? Bishop asks, how did you get 2 rounded corners and 2 square?
Well, let's show
go
them.
Back to here. So Bishop, right? This feature is available for both text overlays and your camera overlays, right? So
if you have 3.9.
If you have the 3.9 beta release, right? Ecamm.com/beta. So let's go to Ana here and let's bring Ana to the front. Look at that. All overlays, right? So bring to front. Boom. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay. And we're going to hit the pencil here, right? And you're going to have these options here. Let's move her a little bit over. So you have these options here, right? Corner radius.
Zoom.
You have corner radius here, right? As you can see, corner radius is currently set to 62%, right? This is going to actually... If you want rounder edges, you can increase the corner radius, right? But then you have this window pane looking icon here. This is where you can click which corner you want, either sharp corners or round corners, right? And it's up to you to shape it whichever way you want to shape it, right? And then you have border width here. So border width is going to actually increase the size of your border around your camera. So it's, as Paul mentioned earlier, it's like a Canva who, right? You don't need to design them, or how we were doing it. Like now ours is called, like, it's kind of like the old school way, right? Of actually having a text background and placing it behind the camera overlay. But now they, the boys made it so easy, and you have this icon here, this panel next to border with. This will change the color of your background. Okay, so if you want it fiery red, there you have it, right? And that's it.
Look at that. And if you put it over the yellow for a second, please. Now that it has, not so much, like just go bring it back, and then just have it overlaying the yellow a little bit. But keep going. Yes, a little bit more to the yellow now. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to see it because now it has red, so you can really see it. Okay.
Yeah. And then, so while Bishop, Al Jennings says hard peaches for sure.
Oh, nice. Yes, right? It's so good. Like the other...
Yeah. Wait, so what Bishop says, it would be great to have option of borders outside, center, or inside. And then, so Bishop, while Bishop is here, this might be useful for you, Bishop, if you're using, I don't know if you're aware of this in the new beta. If you're doing keynote presentations, you now have the option of adding the screen share overlay, and then you have the option to do a green screen key, right? So, your presentation can, if you just have everything on a green screen in Keynote and bring it in, and then you just key out all the green. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool also.
Yep. So, I'm telling you, never, ever, ever, cream of wheat is, just thinking about it, it just weeds me out. No, thank you so much. Nothing.
Put the nectarines or peaches in a brown paper bag, close at the top to get them nice and ripe. Works for bananas too, and if you put an apple in there, they'll ripen faster.
Okay. So Glenda also
likes the soft.
But I like them really. I like them yeah. I like them firm. Yep.
Yeah.
Firm is like, it's really good.
Like crunchy, like crispy and crunchy. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Just a little tiny bit ripe, so that it can get the sweetness of it. Yes. But mangoes, oh my gosh, given to me ripe. Even though green mangoes are good with salty water. Oh my gosh, have you guys ever tried a mango? Wait, Fuljens, have you ever tried it? Yes, I made it for you. Didn't I? Did I make it for you with salt? No. Okay, so I will make it for you. So it's green mangoes, as green as you can get it. It's so good. And then you put it in water, and then you sprinkle salt on them. Have you ever tried it? Have you guys ever tried it? It's so good. I'm
Glenda, you have nothing to worry about because you can have both versions of Ecamm Live Beta and the production version of Ecamm on your computer, right? So it's not going to, one is not going to impact the other. So as long as you're using your default profile, right, in profile. So if you don't know what we're referring to, let's go into demo mode. You see profiles here, right? So we have default show, right? Default show is basically the production version of Ecamm, just regular, like just your set of scenes, right? Because it's Ecamm production does not have profiles, right? So if you building inside of Ecamm beta and you create another profile, you're going to load up the native version of Ecamm and wonder why it's not there, right? So you have to make sure that everything's on default show and you will have nothing to worry about. If you want to have those scenes transfer over to production version of Ecamm.
Yes, and we're going to have, and actually, if you go to the Ecamm Live beta group, you can get all those answers there. They're really helpful. Whether if you have any questions, if you run into any mishaps with the beta, you can just put it in, ask the question there, and they will answer. Also, if you guys trying something and you're like, oh, it will be cool if, you can write it there as well, because the guys do monitor that room very, very closely, and they do take your feature requests and they add it to their list that they have. So just be sure, if you're not in there, just join it if you have the beta version, and just participate. It's a really fun group. It's really fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
But definitely feel free to download it and have fun, because it's not going to get rid of your standard version.
Right. And with that said, Fuljens, I believe we are all done, because I have a son who's going to school tomorrow, and I need to cuddle him in. Like, rock my baby.
Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh, I really did do that. But he's 14, but it's all good. It's good. Yes. All right. So do we have any last comments that we need to address, Fuljens, Henry, before we sign off?
Just real quick, you can download the latest beta at ecamm.com/beta, ecamm.com/beta.
Yes. You're gonna, Glenda, listen, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love it. Just play around with it. Remember, it's not gonna mess anything up. Just don't touch the profiles right now until you just figure your way around to the other features first, and then you can touch the profiles if you have another show. If you don't have another show, you don't even have to worry about it right now.
Right.
So yeah. But have fun. It's so much fun. The beta is so much fun. Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. So are we good with comments, Mr. Fuljens?
Yeah. Go sing Rockabye Baby.
Oh, not true top. I probably sing some Spanish songs too. I can sing some Spanish songs. Yeah. Uno, dos, tres, yo. Uno, dos, tres, go. Anyway, you guys, this is great. Just stay tuned. We are actually out. How many of you, listen to me, I have to go, right? How many of you are going to People of Video? Because Fuljens and I are going to be there. And Ecamm has a meetup. It's an Ecamm fan meetup. And actually, if you're attending People of Video, or even if you're not and you are in the East Coast, because this is going to be in Albany, you can go to the meetup. And if you are going, you can send an email to Katie, and she's going to be bringing some goodies for everyone in the family who shows up for the first 30 people. First 30 people. Mm-hmm. Yes. So just send yours if you are on the East Coast and you're going to go, and then we can meet there, which would be amazing. It would be so amazing to meet some of you.
And just to make one thing clear, when you email Katie, email her your shirt size. Because,
yes.
Obviously, you're going to get a gift in the form of a shirt.
You're gonna get something else too, you guys.
Right. But she specifically wants your shirt size, so you can email Katie@ecamm.com or marketing@ecamm.com with your shirt size to Katie, and tell her that you will be attending the Ecamm fam meetup in Albany.
And it's October 8th. And it's going to be at the hotel. It looks really nice and cool, this hotel. And the sign up is in the Ecamm network page. So make sure that you click on going before you send the email, so that she can have it all organized. So you have to click on going on that, and then you have to send her an email with your shirt size.
That's right.
That's going to be so good. And oh my gosh, yes. Okay. We're done. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here with us. And we hope you enjoyed all the great features that we showed you today. And then just the sky's the limit with this, you guys. Just play around with it. This is so great.
Yes. And we will see you next week, Monday. Until then, enjoy your week, guys.
My name is Ana Hill.
And I'm Fuljens Henry.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
Bye.